Hello everyone! So today here we are again in the living room doing today a little bit a different kind of workout. So today we are not going to kind of hop around, do a big circle training, going to sweat a lot, burn a lot of calories, but we are going to do like a recovery workout. So a workout that you would do usually on a day when, for example, yesterday you did a very tough, very hard workout, and today you want to get back into it, move a little bit but not overdo it. Or I usually do these kind of workouts on days where I'm thinking, you know what, I don't want to work out today at all, but it is my workout day, so then I say, okay, khalas, let me get on the mat and let me do something so that I feel good about myself, and I do something and I can kind of count this day as a workout day. So now, after having said all this, we will need today either a roller. If you don't have a foam roller, then you just fast forward. I will put the number now in where you can kind of join us again, and we will need some kind of strap. Now it doesn't need to be like a real stretching strap. You can use like a towel or something like this. And then of course we, like always, will need a mat. And when you have all these things, then come and join me for our workout. See you then. So now I think it is time to really take some time for this foam rolling and to explain what we do. So first of all, you sit down and then you put your roller under your leg. You have the other leg bent, and we do everything here 5 times. So you want to roll up and down till the kneecap and then till your hip bone for 5 times. And when you did this, you move on to the calf muscle. So I put the roller under the calf muscle, and then I move my foot in and out. And with this moving in and out, you kind of get all parts of the muscle, and you look for painful spots here. Maybe some areas are a little bit more sticky than others. And you kind of roll up and down and imagine your leg is like a dough that you want to kind of stretch out. Then we do the same thing on the other side. So again, you put the roller under your leg and you roll up and down. Remember, you want to do like 5 repetitions. So moving the leg in and out, look for painful areas, for sticky areas, stay there a little bit longer. And then you move on to the calf muscle. So again, rolling the foot in and out, going from here up and down all the way to the knee, all the way to the ankle. Also the Achilles tendon needs a little bit of rolling, and really try to go the whole line, the whole way. Then from there we come to the most painful part of this whole rolling thing. Again, exercise skirts are really, really cool for rolling. So you set the movement up that you kind of lie on your side and you take the top leg over the other leg. Then you put yourself on the roller and you roll up and down. Now, since this area is really painful, try to put as much weight as you can on your both arms and on the leg on the floor, so that you don't have to go with your whole weight onto the roller, and make the whole thing a bit easier. Again, you want to roll all the way up, all the way down, and then you go to the other side. And again, the top leg crosses, the lower leg is straight on the floor, your elbow, your shoulder are in one line, and then you want to roll again the whole line up and down. Again, look for painful areas and roll all the way down to the knee. Also shift your weight a little bit more to the front, a little bit more to the back, and keep rolling up and down again for 5 times. Then we come to the front. So you come into a low plank. So this is where you see that rolling is really not only a rolling, but also a nice warm-up. And you put one leg on the roller, so one thigh on the roller, and you roll front and back, massaging the quadriceps here all the way up to the hip and to the knee, so that you get a nice massage there, and then you roll to the other side. Obviously, you can also do both legs at the same time, but then the pressure will not be as high as you have the pressure when you have only one leg. So then I sit on the roller here and I shift to one side and I just roll my glute area here. 5 times up and down, I feel the sitting bone, and then you go again to the other side, roll up and down from the sit bone to the sacrum. You want to roll all the side, and then we come to the back. So in order to roll the back in a good way, you kind of split the back into 3 parts. So for the lower back, for the sacrum area, I sit in front of the roller and then I just lean back. I put my elbows on the ground, right and left, and I just roll the lower back up and down in order to mobilize the sacrum. Don't put too much pressure because there's not too much tissue here. So then we take a step a little bit down towards the end of the mat and you roll the center of the back. So your rib cage area here, shift your weight a little bit right and left in order to get the muscles right and left from your back, and then you walk all the way up so that your roller is under your shoulders and you roll from here up and down. This usually is the best part. It really feels good, and you want to give your spine a chance to really stretch. Then from here you put your head on the roller and you say yes. So you go with your head up and down and massage all the tiny muscles to your neck. And then afterwards you say no and kind of roll the side muscles here as well. This also usually feels really good. And then we go to the side. So from here you lie on the side and you put the roller under, also on the rib cage under your shoulder. You want to have your weight a little bit in the back, so not too much to the front. And usually you will find, especially under the arm, very painful parts in your muscle. Just make sure that you don't have any tingling in the arm. So when you start to feel a tingling in the arm, just reposition the roller, because you don't want to massage the muscles, the nerves, obviously. And then again to the other side 5 times. So shift your weight a little bit to the back so that you're focusing more on the muscles of the back. And roll again up and down, and you could even go a bit higher. Then we come to the front. So here you want to massage the front of your arm. So you put your roller on the front and you basically massage from your shoulder on the inside of your arm till your elbow. Again, in and out, right and left, and then to the other side. So come from here and roll in and out. Okay. And then we are almost done. No, we are done with the rolling. Now here comes my super cool move. I wanted to like be super cool and throw the roller to the side, and then it just banged against the mirror. So now we are going for the workout. Now for our warm-up, we are first going to need the strap. So now you want to put the strap around you, and you want to put it like at the end of your rib cage. So you just take some time to feel where your ribs are ending. Then put the band around you and cross it in front. So then you just lie on your back and you hold the right end of the band with your left hand and the left end with your right hand. And you kind of squeeze the band shut. So you squeeze the band close, and then you start taking 5 deep breaths. When you breathe in, your stomach is coming forward and you're feeling how the band is opening. When you breathe out, you feel how the band is closing and your ribs are coming closer together. So really try to breathe against the resistance of your band. Breathe in your own rhythm. Feel how the band is opening when you breathe in, and feel how the band is closing when you breathe out. What you do with this is you kind of eliminate a little bit the movements sideways of the rib cage. So you kind of force your diaphragm to go a bit more down towards your inner organs, and you give your inner organs a massage and you mobilize the diaphragm. When you are done with your 5 deep breaths, you put your foot into the band and you make your leg straight. You push the other leg down into the ground and you pull the leg all the way straight and up. Try while you do this to have your leg as much straight as you can. You can see my knee is a little bit bent, although, now it's better. I was really trying to have the leg straight and I thought, khalas, it's as straight as it can be. Now here on the video I see, no, I should not have gone so much up and I should have kept the leg a bit more down and just kind of stayed there instead of bending it. So really be honest with yourself, maybe use a mirror. Go 5 times up and down, pushing the heel up towards the ceiling, pushing the toes, pulling the toes towards you. So really kind of stay up there for like 3-4 seconds and then come down, and then we will switch legs. So do this in an elegant way so you don't have to get up, genau, and again make your legs straight. Push the heel up and have the other leg pushing down into the ground. And again here, when you think your leg is straight, most probably it's not. So maybe better to use a mirror and pull up and come down. And again, stay like 3 seconds up each time. Push the other leg down into the ground and feel the stretching on the hamstrings in the back. And then we are done with this one. So now you can put the band to the side, you bend both your legs, and we basically do the same movement we just did, only now we do it in an active way. You just stretch one leg up to the ceiling and stretch one leg up to the ceiling. We go again for 5 repetitions, 2 and 3. Yeah, up and all the way up to the ceiling, and 4. And then a last one, 5. Okay. And then the legs come down. And you just pull one knee to your chest, again pushing the other leg down towards the ground. Again, these are rarely or quite simple movements, so try to do them as good as possible. So pull your knee to your chest as much as you can while pushing the other leg down into the ground as much as you can. And always try to go to the end of this movement and try also to keep as active as possible. So always try a little bit more, pulling the other foot up as much as you can, pushing the other leg down as much as you can, keeping your stomach in, keeping your lower back as much down as possible. So always run through like a small checklist in your head to do the movement as good as possible and to get as much benefit of it as you can. Now I forgot to count, of course, but I think we are almost done. Okay, good, yes we are. So then you go from here, and again we do an easy bridging. Now, because the bridging from this position is quite easy, you want to again do it as best as possible. So you want to put some tension on your glutes and push the hip as much up as you can, and also have your knees in one position. You don't want them to kind of go in or go out. You just want them to stay long and straight, and then push all the way up to the ceiling. And then after we did 5, we pull the toes up as much as possible so that your weight is only on your heels. And again, you come 5 times up. If you want to make it even more difficult, you push your hands up to the ceiling here. And you don't allow your hip to come all the way down on the ground, but you keep it like 1 centimeter up and come up and come down. If you have a roller, you can now put the roller underneath your heels or feet. If you don't have a roller, you just keep doing the bridging with the heels up and with the hands up. So here, when you put the roller, the whole thing gets a little bit unstable. So this is what we want with this. So in order to include the glutes even more, we use the roller, but we still make sure that the hip goes as much up as possible and down, and then again as much up as you can. Stay for like 1 second and come down. You see I only have the heels on the roller, but I put my hands on the ground in order to make it a little bit more easy and more controllable. And down. And genau, okay, we are done. So then the roller goes away. Now, my personal favorite movement You pull your knee to your chest. You have from the other leg only the heel on the ground. And while pulling your knee to your chest, you lift your other hip up and come down. And again, we go 5 times each side. So 3, try to push the hip as much up as possible. 4 and 5. All the way up as much as you can. Up, 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 genau. Yeah, and the last one, 5, and then we are done with the warm-up. So now, one movement lying on your side, you bend your knees and you pull your knees all the way up to your chest. You bring your feet back and up behind you, and you make sure that your hip bone stays in front. So imagine you have like a nice drink standing on your hip and you don't want this drink to fall down. So you keep your hip in front and you lift and come down with your knee. We want to go here with this one for 10 repetitions. You don't want to put your knee too much down on the other one so that your muscles stay all the time engaged. And you keep your hip in front and lift and go down till you finish 10. Then you take like a mini break and you go for 10 repetitions, short and fast. And remember to keep the hip forward. The elbow is pointing to the ceiling. And then when you come up, you don't turn on the other side, but you come up on your 4s. So come from here on your 4s, put your hands directly under your shoulders, your knees about hip width apart, and then start with a few cat and dog stretches. So round your back as much as you can. When you come up, look up at the ceiling. We want to go for 5 times. So you want to look up at the ceiling as much as you can, and otherwise you want to pull your chin to your chest as much as possible and go for 5 repetitions. Then you come with your hands a little bit to the front. And you just take a little plank, then you push back and up into a high plank. And you stay here, you make sure your shoulders come away from your ears. And then from the high plank, you come back into a normal plank, high plank, normal plank, good. And forward normal plank, we do 5 also. And the last one, 5. Always make sure your shoulders stay away from your ears while you do this movement. And then you go back into a downward dog. And you bend and stretch your legs right and left, always pushing your hip up towards the ceiling, pushing your shoulders away from your ears, and just keep moving a little bit longer and really do a nice bending and a nice stretching so that you feel the stretching over the back of your legs and your hip and your back. Then from there you come down on your 4s again. And you want to lift your leg to the side and up. So again, my hands are under my shoulders. I keep my stomach in and I lift my leg outside to come up. And I don't want to, like what I show here, I don't want to have too much bending in the back. I just want to lift as much as I can without rotating the hip. So you should feel this again on the same area where we did before the side lifting. We do 10 repetitions here. And then we do 10 short and fast. 9 and 10. Then you can stay as you are. I just turn around so you can see what I'm doing. Again, shoulders under hands, stomach in. We go again for 10 times lifting sideways and up. Remember to keep your back long and straight. So you don't want, imagine you have like a nice bowl of salad standing on your back and you don't want this to fall down. When you finished your 10 repetitions, you go 10 short and fast. And then we are done, and we turn on the other side, lying on the side. So from here you want to bend again your knees and have your feet forward or feet back and up behind you. Knees are in front, hip stays in front, and you lift and go down. And go again for 10, then take a mini break, and then go 10 short and fast. And short and fast movements. You don't put the leg down on the ground in between. And then you come up. And now you want to come again on your fours and then into a high plank. And then you come from the high plank, you lift one leg all the way up to the ceiling. And you pull the leg as much front and down as you can. You try to keep the other leg as straight as possible. And you want to pull the knee forward so your back can round a little bit. And free. 2 more times. Make the arms straight. Get the shoulders away from your ears. 4. And then again 5. And shoulders go away from your ears. High plank. Then the other leg comes up, stretches to the ceiling, forward, 1, 2, 3, good. Back can round when you come to the front, but stretches as much as possible when you come back, 4, and 5. And then we go from here into this, what they call in yoga dolphin pose. So we come all the way up, you push your hip to the ceiling, you try to get as much weight as possible onto your shoulders and arms. You have your shoulders away from your ears and your neck long, and you just stay here. So try to bring your hip as high up, as close to your upper body as possible. Stay a little bit longer, and then we are almost done. Okay. So, okay, and you stand straight on one leg. We are doing a balance exercise. So you want to come with your leg outside as much as possible for 10 repetitions. So keeping your knee up, keeping your upper body long and straight, keeping your hip bones pointing forward. This is why I have my hands there. And you're going to come outside and back and in for 10 repetitions. If you need to hold on somewhere, hold on with one hand. Then I turn now here, but you just stay as you are. And we want to come with the foot front and up, then stretch to the front, to the back, and come with your upper body forward, long. And then again, you want to lift your knee, and we do 5 of those. All the way stretch long, your upper body leans to the front. Again, if you want to hold on, this is fine. 3. And 4. And last one, 5. And then you bring your foot forward and back and down. So when you come to the front, you only push your heel on the ground, and when you come to the back, you only touch with your toes. 3. Go very slowly. And 4. 5. And back, and shake your leg out. Now we do the same thing on the other side. outside with the leg first. You keep your knee up. Upper body is long and straight. Hip bones are pointing forward. And then you can stay as you are. And you want to come into the leaning forward and stretching the leg to the back as much as possible. So again, try to really push your leg backwards while the other leg is as straight as possible and the upper body comes parallel to the ground. And be slow with this movement. There's really no rush here. The slower you go, the more your muscles need to work. Yeah, you can also stretch the hands to the front. This is up to you. Just try different movements out. And then you come only with your heel down and with your toes down. Upper body stays again long and straight. Be slow with the movement, not too fast. And we do 10. And then you put the foot on the ground. Now can shake out the legs. And we go into a round of lunges. So you take one foot to the front, one foot to the back, and make the step quite big. And then you want to go, while you come up, you want to stretch your hands up to the ceiling. And when you go down, your hands come down. So from here, you stretch the hands up to the ceiling, then down. When you go down, put the feet in a position that your front knee is not coming forward over your ankle. You want to keep your foot and your ankle in one line. And you go up and down, stretch all the way up. And we do 7. We do 10. Sorry. And then you switch to the other side. So again, wide step, upper body long and straight, and you want to come up and down. So when you go down, the hands are down. When you come up, the hands are up. Come up, make sure your front knee is not coming too much forward over your ankle. And halfway through. Push your legs into the ground when coming up. Nine, and you have a last one. And then we are done with our workout. So, that's it for today. So today not too much sweating, but today it was really time to really take time for each movement, really feel into the movements, creating long lines, going a little bit deeper maybe into the individual stretches. And like I said, a very nice change to when you're always working fast to kind of really slow things a little bit down and give your muscles and your body time to recover and to prepare for the new thing that you are going to unleash on it in the next session. So I will see you next week. I hope you enjoyed. If you did so, give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and bye bye.